Hello, this is Grilled Bear here. You've probably heard of my half-brother, Bear Grylls. He may have gotten the fame in the family, but I definitely got the looks. Oh, yes, I did. Alright, let's cut to the chase. I'm your Adventure Time tour guide. Today we are going to explore the vast beauty that is the open ocean. So fasten your seatbelts. Well, not actually, you're not in the car, but, hypothetically fasten. Yeah, alright, you get the point. Fasten your seatbelts, strap in, let's go explore. The open ocean is exactly what it sounds like. The ocean covers about 70% of the world, which is, needless to say, a very significant amount. Although technically the ocean is a single interconnected body of water, it is divided up into 4 different regional sections. The Arctic, the coldest of the oceans, the Pacific, which is the biggest of the oceans, the Indian Ocean, which is the warmest of the oceans, and the Atlantic Ocean, which is kind of just there. Biologically, the open ocean can be divided into 3 main zones. The photic zone, where there is enough sunlight for photosynthesis to occur. The aphotic zone, where there isn't enough sunlight. And the benthic zone, which is basically the entire seafloor, even the really deep parts. Since the oceans are so vast and cover so many different parts of the globe, there's a wide range of temperatures that the oceans can reach. Near the polar regions, the temperature can drop as low as 28.4 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cold. In tropical regions like the Persian Gulf, the temperature can reach as high as 96.8 degrees. Wow, that is a bathtub. Grilled Bear back here with you. I'm just trying to give you a break from that boring guy's voice. It's really giving me a headache. So, what have you learned so far about the open oceans? Nothing? Wow, that was a Dora Explorer moment where I ask you a question, you answer. You guys didn't do very well. Keep trying though. Alright, let's get back to the information. Adventure time, let's go. Some limiting factors to life in the ocean is the fact that it's water. Land animals can't survive in water. Also, only marine organisms can withstand the effects of the high salinity of the oceans. The immense pressure that occurs at the deeper depths also is a limiting factor. The main producers in the top photic zone are algae, phytoplankton, and zooplankton. In the aphotic and benthic zones, where no sunlight reaches, there are no photosynthetic producers. So the primary producers of these levels are bacteria that generate energy via chemosynthesis. The aphotic zone also contains organisms that can produce their own light. This phenomenon is known as bioluminescence, and it helps them feed in dark water. Various species of crustaceans, jellyfish, squid, and fish possess this ability and help make up the aphotic food web. These are pretty creepy stuff, and I would not want to encounter one swimming. Primary consumers within the photic zone include small crustaceans, like this little guy, sardines, like this whole group of young studs, and various other little fishies, like this. In the aphotic zone, jellyfish and shrimp, like this scary looking guy, make up the primary producers. He may be scary looking, but I'm sure Grilled Bear would like to encounter him in the wild. Right you are, person with a very boring voice. I would like to encounter one, because I'm an adventurer, and an adventurer never backs down from a challenge. Alright, we're moving on to one of my favorite parts of this whole whatever this is that Miss Machetes is making us doing. Predator-prey relationships. This is a sink or swim world, literally, and you're about to find out who sinks and who swims. A common predator-prey relationship in the open ocean is the one between great white sharks and cute little fur seals. Great whites utilize their brute strength and the element of surprise to devastating effect, while the seals try to stay alive by capitalizing upon their superior agility. Another predator-prey relationship in the ocean is less glamorous. Depending on the species, tuna fish are generally the second fastest fish in the sea. They eat squid, who have developed a well-known defensive mechanism that involves them expelling a cloud of ink to confuse and deter predators. Yuck. Whale sharks and krill make up an unlikely predator-prey relationship. Despite its massive size, whale sharks only sustain themselves on these tiny little creatures. It's amazing that something so big can sustain itself on something so little. Some adaptations plants must have to survive in the ocean is an ability to deal with salinity. This is the most important trait an aquatic plant can possess. Also, they must be effective harnessers of solar energy, so big leafy plants like seaweed do better. But plants in the ocean don't just include seaweeds. They also include algae. Algae has adapted well to the conditions of the ocean and flourishes, often covering miles of open water at a time. Ew. Animals obviously must be able to survive in water, so things like gills, as you can see here, and fins are definitely helpful adaptations. Mammals make do with thick, oily coats of skin to protect themselves against the harsh, cold temperatures of the ocean. They also need to have the ability to hold their breath for long periods of time. Are you all staying with me? I know, only a couple minutes more. And don't think about the fact that I changed my shirt, alright? Grilled Bear was smelling bad, so I needed to change his shirt. Deal with it. Alright, on to the next section. Humans negatively affect the ocean every single day. We pump millions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Some of this CO2 gets absorbed by the oceans, leading to a process known as ocean acidification. Higher ocean acidification leads to a variety of negative impacts. Many species have a very delicate pH range in which they can survive in. If external conditions exceed this range, it can lead to dire consequences. A possible solution to this problem is more restrictions upon CO2 output on land. This would help lower the amount of carbon dioxide getting into the oceans and raise the pH to a suitable level. Another negative impact humans have on the ocean is the amount of trash we throw into the water every single day. There's an actual trash island formed by the currents that occurs. Animals can get stuck in or digest the trash, with thousands of unsuspecting organisms dying every single day. A way to prevent this problem from occurring is simply cleaning up the oceans. It's a huge undertaking, but if enough people pitch in, a real difference can be made. Who knows, maybe you could save someone who looks just like this. Even though that's not a someone, it's a turtle, but still, you get the point. The southern bluefin tuna is a main food source for larger predators such as sharks. Also, it is an animal near the top of the food web and would create a negative cascade effect if it were to go extinct. It is currently classified as critically endangered and has been since 1996. There has been an 85% decrease in total number of fish in the last 36 years. Characteristics that make it vulnerable to extinction is the fact that it is a good fish to eat. Humans are the tuna's main threat, and overfishing threatens to destroy it altogether. It is estimated that within 100 years, there will be less than 500 mature adults. Stricter regulations have been placed on the fishing of the tuna, but illegal, unregulated, and unreported fishing still undermines conservation efforts and keeps the population trend in a negative direction. Grilled Bear here for one final time. I hope you've enjoyed our experience as we've waded, swam, and dove through the open ocean. It's a wonderful place, and I hope that you've learned something from our journey. Now, seeing as I still have a little bit of time left, please enjoy this video of me yelling in slow motion.